the Lagos State's government house, where the Justice Doris Okubi-led panel are submitting their report to the Lagos State government.
Independent, the panel has had its full requests and has been given full authority to summon, to inquire, to ask, to request anybody or anything they so wish that would have helped them come to a logical conclusion. I, as your governor, have not seen any of the panel members, including the chairperson, who I saw last on the 19th of October, 2020. Neither have I placed a phone call to her, gone on any visit, or asked her for anything. In fact, before then, I've never met her up until the 19th of October. And today will be the next day that I'm meeting with her. And similarly, with all of the panel members. This is important for us to put on record that the panel, in our view, has been totally independent, and nobody that I'm aware of had asked them to do anything they do not wish to do. And so it's important for us to say that the conduct and proceedings of the panel has been, in my view, very, very commendable. And I also want to say that the people, the government of Lagos, and indeed the nation, will indeed be thankful to this panel. History will judge them, and I imagine it will judge them well. The chairman had mentioned to us what has been the journey in the last 1 year. The amount of monies that they've been given to different petitioners, 410, 237, and 37 for various restitutions and for various damages that must have occurred. I want to sincerely thank the chairman and every member. I'm actually seeing some of them for the first time. You know, after we inaugurated about 4 or 5 of them, the number increased, and I've not even seen some of them. I've never met them before. I want to thank you for your time, for your steadfastness, for your sincerity, for your commitment throughout this period. I imagine it will have been a tough time for each and every one of you, personally, professionally, individually, and collectively. But I want to thank you on behalf of the entire citizens of the state. I also want to thank the people of Lagos State, all of the various legal practitioners that on their own have appeared before the panel. I want to thank several non-governmental organizations who took it upon themselves to avail themselves of experience, of skills to the panel. I want to thank the gentlemen of the press who had covered the whole proceedings at different times. And I want to say that indeed, prosperity and history will judge each and every one of you positively. I'm believing and I'm trusting that this process will help us to start the very difficult process of proper reconciliation, restitution, bringing together of everyone that must have, in one form or the other, been affected by either the police or any of our citizens that must have been wronged by one form or the other. The process of healing, I imagine the submission of this panel will start that process. I want to assure you that what you have done for us is indeed very commendable, and it's something that we will not take for granted. As a people, I believe we must endeavor to remain civil and as a government to ensure that the rule of law prevails in the states and the country in general. I therefore receive this report of the panel and reassure you that the recommendations made shall be treated in accordance with the powers conferred in me as your governor, as further enshrined in Section 15 of the Tribunal and Inquiry Law of Lagos State 2015. Whilst we expect that a white paper will be issued regarding the panel's reports almost immediately. And I think because we're not unaware that the panel will be coming today, we cannot give a further day to begin to ask that what must be of that white paper reports. And so I'm going to constitute a four-man committee very immediately, which will be led and headed by the Honorable Attorney General, the Commissioner for Youth and Social Development, the Special Advisor Works, and the Permanent Secretary, the Cabinet Office. The four of them will very, very quickly look through and bring forward a white paper within the next 2 weeks that will be considered at the Lagos State Executive Council and will be gazetted as a white paper coming from the panel of inquiry. I imagine that they will immediately read through and bring forward every little thing that has been recommended in this report for the Executive Council. I will also be forwarding a copy of the 2 volumes to the National Economic Council, the NEC in Abuja. There's a NEC meeting later this week, and I'm sure a copy or copies will get to them before that meeting later in this week. And I'm hoping that at the NEC proceedings, proper effects or proper proper response will be given to this report, because I think it's only 1 or 2 states that is remaining, Lagos being one of those 2 states, and this will get to them this week so that they also have a copy, of the panel report. And like we did said, that we will ensure that the recommendations that are coming out and that will be turned into white paper will be something that will be of public information, will be made available to the public, and will ensure that within the next 2 weeks, like I said, we will have a white paper so that we do it appropriately, so that history will judge us well, and we'll have a document that will stand the test of time.
Well, there you have it. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu speaking right now at the Lekki Tribunal. They're submitting the report in Alausa, and he's speaking on reconciliation and trying to move past those horrible events of last year.